I just wanted to come on here and say this really quick. Once you make it, do not go back to save your family, okay? Because what I have noticed is that people will make it, right? And they will go back to save their family. Okay, they will go back to save their family. And this is the same family that preyed on their downfall. This is the same family that talked behind their backs, okay? This is the same family that plotted against them. Okay, once you make it, you cannot go back to save your family. Okay, you cannot, especially if you're a chosen one. Okay, because 9 times out of 10, your family wants to stay in their vomit. Okay, they like the condition that they are in. They love being toxic. Okay, so you cannot go back to save your family. Chosen ones, if you haven't already noticed, there's money to your name and your family knows it. Clock it. Your family knows that there is money to your name because God, you know what I'm saying, picked you out the family, which means you are the generational curse breaker of your family, which means you are breaking the curse of poverty. So yeah, you will be the first millionaire or billionaire in your family. Yes, you will be. And your family knows this. You know where I'm going with this, okay? So yeah, use your brain. Y'all gotta wake up. Oftentimes I see people go back to their family and their family do them the worst. Y'all gotta wake up, okay? But yes, once you make it, do not go back to save your family. Please don't. Okay? Don't do it. But that's it. It's your girl, Generational Curse Breaker. Peace and love.
So, obviously, you clicked because the title caught your attention, I hoped. Now, this is not what people like to hear. People don't like to hear this. And people that grew up in poverty, they don't want to hear this because they don't understand how wealth works, and they don't understand how important it is for you to stay around your own people, and by your own people, people that are on the same level as you, people that are on the same financial level as you, or tax bracket, etc. If you made it out of poverty and you made some money, please do not help your family. I know that sounds harsh, but there are spiritual consequences for doing this, and of course psychological consequences. But you know, I'm going to tell you basically how you are messing up your life spiritually when you try to help your family and when you try to pull your family out of poverty. Okay, because if you were able to do it, it means that they also have what it takes to do it as well. Everyone has what it takes to pull themselves out of a situation. Some people choose not to. Some people choose to escape. Some people choose to keep telling a story of victimhood instead of, you know, pulling themselves out of the situation. I saw a post on social media. I really don't remember where. I should have saved it. Like, I do not know why I don't save these posts so I can show you. The guy was basically saying that when a lot of rappers move back to their hometown, that's when they get unalived. Okay? And I did the research myself, okay? And there were some rappers that made it. They got a contract. Maybe they sign with a music label or something, and they go back home, you know, just visiting their home country or their hometown. And these people are unalived in their hometown. Recently in September, there was this girl from Guyana, and she was a very popular influencer in Guyana. And I think she was visiting her hometown. Maybe she didn't live in Guyana anymore and she was visiting her home country. She was pew-pewed multiple times and ended up in critical condition. The last time I checked, she wasn't unalive. She was still alive, but you know, barely fighting for her life. But when you move up in life, like you move up a class or you move up a tax bracket or something like that, the people that are going to come for you and the people that are going to destroy you are going to be your own family and all the people that are in your hometown that didn't make it out, that are super resentful and they don't understand how the hell you did it. Those are the people that will try to destroy you. They will destroy you. They will destroy you physically or spiritually if you are not careful. But in this video, I want to focus on family specifically, and I want to talk about the spiritual consequences of taking on your family's financial burdens and giving them money and trying to help them. As a matter of fact, like, I don't even believe in giving homeless people money. And I know that sounds very harsh, okay? But everybody has resources available to them, including homeless people. There are people and organizations that are trying to help these people, and they try to house them. You can look it up. And when they house them, they are housed and they have rules. Because at the end of the day, unfortunately, we live in a world where there are rules in order for you to participate in the system, okay? And you know, it is what it is. Sorry, if you don't want to deal with the rules anymore, just create your own rules or something. Make money, you know what I mean? Like, or just don't participate at all. I saw a documentary about LA, and there were people that they were housing, they were trying to help, okay? And the number one rule was they had to keep the place clean, and they have to get off the drugs, the shrugs, okay? And of course, you know, addiction is a demonic spirit or entity. I don't even know what to call it, okay? And I shouldn't even be laughing because this shit is not funny. I've seen what addiction can do to a person, okay? I've lost family members to addiction. I'm sure we all have maybe in the past lost family members to addiction, because you know it's very sad, okay? But anyways, y'all, why does my hair look like this? Anyways, and of course, when they get caught, they have to kick them out. You had one rule: you need to get off the shrugs. So people don't want to make sacrifices to get themselves out of a situation, and you help them, it's going to blow up in your face. I'm going to give you another example because I have a feeling like this video is going to be much longer than I anticipated. There was this girl on social media who did a challenge where she would trade things like a form of barter until she got a house, okay? And she did that for about a year, and it's fascinating. It's a fascinating story. And when she finally got the house, she said that she was going to give the house away, and people had to send in maybe a video or something like that saying why they deserve the house, I guess. And this young lady, she won, and she got a free house. Yeah, right? You would think that's wonderful. And we love these stories. We love these, you know what I mean? Like these stories that are inspirational, and you know, we love seeing people get out of a bad situation. Most people like seeing people get out of a bad situation, but the people that they see getting out of the bad situation, it's not you, it's not your family, it's always a stranger. Because if it's you getting out of the bad situation, your family are going to be jealous of you. So anyways, the young lady moved into the house, and then within a few months, there were packages left outside, and the neighbor was calling the girl who was the owner of the house because she did not sign over the lease yet. She was like, hey, there's a bunch of packages here, no one is collecting them, what's going on? So she called up the girl, and the girl was like, oh yeah, I'm just out of town right now, and I'll pick them up when I get there. And this went on for a couple months until the girl was like, oh my god, I need to get to that house to see what's happening. When she get to the house, lo and behold, the house is destroyed. The house was filthy, absolutely disgusting, because a young lady moved in her family, and they were all on shrugs, and they destroyed the house. This is what happens when you help people that are not ready to be helped. You cannot give somebody something that they are not ready for or they can't handle. If they're having financial problems, giving them money is not going to solve their problems. People come here with specific karmic lessons to learn. And people that are struggling financially, they have to learn that lesson. If you keep giving them money and you keep bailing them out and rescuing them from their situation, they will never learn. And I'm going to tell you exactly what's going to happen to you karmically if you don't listen to this video and you continue trying to help your family. Unfortunately, leveling up and pulling yourself out of a situation is a one-man job. You can, I mean, I'm not saying that you can do it alone, because obviously somebody help you, okay? Maybe you found a mentor online and that person give you some advice or whatnot. But at the end of the day, you cannot level up your family. You just can't. So what you have to understand about human nature, When someone becomes successful, especially coming from poverty, the people around you, like your family and the people in your community, they see you as a resource. They see you as a ticket out of their situation. They don't see all the work and the sacrifices that you made. They don't see all the work you did. They don't see all the nights when you cried yourself to sleep. They don't see when you almost give up. They don't see all of that. All they see is the results. These people, they have this mindset like, you made it, so you owe us. So what you're going to find is that these people are going to be guilt tripping you. Then you're going to see resentment and entitlement. Girl, when I tell you, I am all too familiar about this, okay? And it is not easy. It is not easy, and it is not a great situation to be in. And mind you, I'm not even a millionaire or anything like that. You know what I mean? Like, I just got myself out of a bad situation, of a cycle of struggle. I just got myself out of that, thank God. Because what I noticed that my family lack is something that I had to learn to build in myself, and that was discipline. Because discipline will save you. Like, that's for another video. Discipline will save you. But anyways, let me just get to the spiritual part, because I feel like I'm rambling. I don't want this video to be too long. I keep saying that in every video. So yes, the resentment is gonna turn into hostility. This is why these rappers are getting, shot in their hometown. And that's a mix of jealousy and unresolved social tension. But at the end of the day, their negative energy, you are going to absorb it. You will, if you continue to be around these people and you continue to help them. So let me paint you a picture. The financial reality of all of this, okay? Let's look at a celebrity. For example, MC Hammer. Yes. MC Hammer had 200 people in his entourage. And those 200 people were people that depended on him. He was taking care of these people financially. He made $70 million, and this was, I think, like, I have it here, sorry. This was $70 million in the 90s, which was a lot of money. And he lost it all. And it's not the first time we've seen celebrities went bankrupt. I mean, not all celebrities that go bankrupt because of their family. Some celebrities are just really, really bad at managing their money, and some celebrities get caught up in some predatory contracts. So I'm not talking about those celebrities. I'm going to give you another example. Dane Cook. If you all remember that comedian from in the 2000s, you all know him. Anyway, if you don't, it doesn't matter. He tried to help his own half-brother. He gave his half-brother a job. He gave his half-brother the job of managing his money. And his brother stole millions from him. Your family are going to steal from you because they resent you and they hate you and they are envious of you. They are angry that you made it out. They don't understand how you did it. They feel entitled to your wealth and your success. If your family and your friends and your neighbors are in the same situation where you left them, do not go there. Avoid these people. I know it sounds harsh and people don't want to hear it, but you are going to suffer the consequences if you do not listen to this message. There's a reason why you clicked on this video. So let's talk about the spiritual and energetic layer of all of this, okay? When you give someone money or energy that they're not ready for, what's going to happen? You are going to take on their energetic imprint. So, poverty consciousness, desperation, and greed. I've had people that I help stole money from me. My maid stole money from me, and the only reason why I had her around me is because she was someone that we knew for years, for a long time, and I was helping her. I was even giving her daughter an allowance every month. But the more I realized at that point, the more I helped, the more I was having thoughts of poverty consciousness. Like, all of a sudden I'm having scarcity thoughts, which is not something that I'm used to. Like, even when I was at my lowest, I've always had a very optimistic mindset when it comes to, money. But I just started having these thoughts, and I knew they were not mine. And I was like, no, something is not right. And then I found out that she stole from me. I had family members stole from me. Came into my home, and mind you, I'm helping them, and they stole from me. Also, you think helping them is you doing a good deed, but you know that saying, all good deeds go unpunished. Baby, when I tell you, oh my God, all you're doing is interfering with this person's karmic lesson. Some people have to suffer because guess what? You suffered. You suffered. You know you suffered to get where you are. You know that. Where was everyone when you were suffering, when you were struggling, when you were in a small apartment eating ramen noodles? Where were they? Exactly. Exactly. Where were they? I'll wait. These people need to learn discipline, manifestation, responsibility. They need to learn these lessons in life. And again, like I was saying earlier, and I found out all of this, reading my birth chart. Like, please get a proper birth chart reading, ladies. If you want me to do your birth chart for you, I have an email in the description. Also sign up to my Patreon. Okay, sign up to my Patreon today, ladies. And what was it? Yeah, send me an email if you would like to have an astrology chart reading or a tarot reading. Okay, shameless plug. So you interfere with their karmic lessons, but what you also do, you open a cord of expectations. You need to cut that cord. Okay, you open that cord between you and them. They will always be expecting a lot from you, and you never get anything from them in return, and they are going to be really angry and upset with you when you say no. And mind you, this cord that you open between you and this person, the only purpose that cord is serving is draining you of your abundance, draining you of your resources. It is so easy to fall back into poverty, and when you stay around the same people that you knew before you become successful, they will see to it that you become poor again. They don't care. This is the reason why a lot of celebrities, their financial advisors will tell them to assert boundaries. These people get advice from these people because they know what it's like. If you're the first generation wealthy person or successful person, I wouldn't say wealthy, but you are living a completely different lifestyle from them, a lifestyle that you created and manifested yourself, you have to start acting like that person. Because there's a thing called survivor's guilt that a lot of people struggle with, especially when they become successful and they made it out of dire situations. But unfortunately, that guilt is not serving you. You need to let it go. You need to let that go. Like, do a cut on that survival guilt. Okay? These people are draining you of your abundance and they are not replenishing it. And that's why, when it comes to giving, there are spiritual rules. And I'm going to tell you what the rules are. Okay? Listen up. You give anonymously. I know. A lot of people don't give like the elite, they don't give anonymously. Like, they give so that they can get their name on a building or get their face in the papers. But when you give in from a spiritual point of view, is that the correct term? I don't know. You have to give anonymously. You have to give without expecting anything in return. You have to give in a way that empowers, not enable. Because I promise you, the more you give to these people, you are not empowering them. You are enabling them. They are so dependent on you. If something happens to you, what are they going to do? They're going to be fine. They're going to survive somehow. They're going to find a way. If you die, if you're one of those people that are still helping your family, if you die, ask yourself, if you die, what's going to happen? Exactly. So the way you give it by way of teaching someone a skill or giving them a tool to make it. So instead of giving the guy a fish, teach him how to fish. And let's talk about those people that returned home and were attacked or unalived. The spiritual consequences of returning home to that environment. Please, first of all, please don't do it. I know you want to give back to your community or whatnot, but you can give back from a distance, okay? You don't have to be there. When you go back to an environment that you ascended from, you are basically re-entering the vibration that you escaped. Write that down. You are re-entering the vibration that you escaped. Girl. And while you're in that environment, people project onto you their jealousy and their envy. You get in the evil eye. I mean, come on. Need I say more? And if you're not spiritually shielded or spiritually protected, oh, by the way, I recently put up 2 protection rituals on my Patreon, okay? Sign up today and learn how to protect yourself properly. I have one more protection video to make, and then I'm going to move on to other things, okay? I'm going to move on to money magic and how to bring in wealth and abundance and stuff like that spiritually, okay? So anyways, The link is in the description. So like I was saying, if you are not spiritually protected, like I don't know how you'll be going back to these places and you're not spiritually protected. But if you're not spiritually protected, their projections and needs and whatever they got going on is going to entangle in your energy field. Okay? And they're just going to pull you back, right back. Like, girl, it is not worth it. So, unfortunately, this is what it's like. But there's a healthy way to give in a meaningful way. You can create a foundation. Okay? Look into that. People do it all the time, and you don't have to be super wealthy to create a foundation. You just don't. Like, I know regular ass people, and when I say regular ass people, not people that are broke and struggling, because them people are spiritually, what's the word I'm looking for? Maybe I shouldn't say it. But anyways, because you'll be getting mad at me when I say certain things. You can also invest in the community structure. Like maybe you're building a school, you can invest some money into that, invest in a community center or a learning resource center or something like that, because I've done that when I used to be a member of a non-profit organization, and I was a member of that organization for like 5 years, and I seen how they do it. So it is possible. You can do that too. You can give back in a meaningful way. Everybody, no matter how poor and struggling they are, everybody have resources available to them. Some people just have more resources than some, but you have to take advantage of the resources that you have. A lot of people, they invest in these structures like these resource centers or whatnot, and a lot of people in the community that it was built for to help them, they're not even participating in it. They're not. So it's not like if they don't have resources, they do. You can teach, okay? You can teach skills, maybe start a YouTube channel and teach about financial literacy or something like that. Girl, this is how you give back, and this is how I give back. Okay, I've been giving back for years, and still up to this day, well, not up to this day, but up until recently, like a year ago, still had issues with family members. And I have Pisces in my 4th house, and the 4th house is about family and stuff like that. And Saturn was transiting in my 4th house for the past 2.5 years, and now it's retrograding in Pisces for another 6 months. So this 6 months, I have to prove to Saturn that I've learned my lesson. Saturn don't play, okay? But I had a lot of lessons, karmic lessons, when it came to my family. There is nothing wrong in helping people, but helping people without boundaries will destroy you. Do not go back and help your family. Stop giving them money. Stop inviting them to your home. Stop having them stay in your home when they get evicted. Stop doing it. I know it's difficult, but you have to stop. You will never, ever, ever get to the next level. You are at this level right now, and you will not get to the next level until you learn your lesson. Some of us, unfortunately, our families are our biggest ups. Some people have really good relationship with their families, and I love that for them, but not all of us are that lucky. Let's be real. Not all of us are that lucky. And you know what? It's okay. It's okay. Find a new family, find a new tribe, and keep it pushing. But there are spiritual consequences of helping people, because you absorb their karma. You should not be absorbing other people's karma. This is why when pick-me women get with men and they ride or die, and the men get on, they leave them. And this is why the men hate you. This is why they resent you when they're helping you, because you are preventing them from learning their lesson, their karmic lessons. Let me know in the comments, if you are a woman that has helped a man in the past financially, like you give him money, you give him a place to stay, you let him drive your car or whatnot, that man hates you. That man hates you. He hates you, because that's not what it's supposed to be for him. It's not supposed to be like that. He's supposed to learn. Okay? And I should make another video, because at the end of the day, the person that is responsible for building a man is not you, it's his mama. It's his mama, and I can make a video explaining to you why it's like that. Okay? So anyways, this is a spiritual lesson for you ladies. I had to come on here and say it, and thanks for listening.